Hey guys, this is Priyanka Manikandan and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to see about the story of Nandi Bhagwan, Nandi God. Let's get started. Once there was a virtuous sage by the name of Shilada who did not have any children of his own. He decided to worship Lord Shiva to get a special child blessed by him. He prayed intensely and immersed himself in austerity for thousands of years. Pleased by his dedication, Lord Shiva finally appeared before Shilada. He said, "Wake up, dear Shilada, and tell me what boon do you seek?" "My dear Lord, I have only one aspiration. I wish to have a child," replied Shilada. Shiva smiled and said, "You shall have it soon," before vanishing from the place. Shilada returned home as a happy man, knowing that the Lord would bless him with a very good child. Next day, he went to the farm to begin his ploughing when he found a beautiful baby in the field before his plough. The baby was bright as sun. Shilada started staring at the baby, transfixed, when he heard a voice from heaven. "Shilada, take the child, bring him up well." Shilada was overjoyed as he took the boy home. He named the boy Nandi. Right from his childhood, Nandi was devoted to Lord Shiva. Shilada brought up the child with love and care. He taught his son the Vedas, the arts of medicine, fighting, dancing, singing, and several other sacred texts. Nandi was a brilliant boy and learned everything very fast. Shilada felt very proud of the child. Some years later, two sages, Mitra and Varuna, came to Shilada's home. "Welcome, great sages." Shilada gave the rishis some refreshments. "Please sit and make yourself comfortable." Shilada offered them his home for rest. "Nandi," Shilada called his son. Nandi came from inside the house. "Nandi, please make sure these sages are well looked after." Nandi smiled and nodded his head, saying, "Yes, father." Nandi looked after the two sages well, and after staying there for a couple of days, the sages said it's time to leave as they had to continue their journey. Before they leave, Shilada and Nandi both took their blessings. Mitra and Varuna first blessed Shilada. "Have a long and happy life, Shilada. You made us very happy." When Nandi fell at the feet, two sages looked slightly sad. Slowly they said, "Be well, son. Be good to your parents and teachers," and they walked off. However, Shilada noticed a change in the expression of the sages. He ran outside the house. "Great Rishi," he said breathlessly. He turned around and made sure that Nandi was inside the house and could not hear him, and asked the sages, "You looked sad while blessing my son. Is something wrong?" Mitra looked at Shilada with pity. "I cannot wish your son a long life." Shilada was crestfallen. He asked, "What is going to happen to my son?" "Your son does not." Varuna cleared his throat. "Does not have a long life to live, Shilada. I am sorry to bring this news to you, but that is his fate," he said lamely, looking at the horrified expression on Shilada's face. Shilada stood there transfixed for a long time. After a long time, he slowly walked back home with stooping shoulders and a broken heart. Nandi immediately guessed something was wrong. "What is it, father? What happened?" Nandi asked, vigorously shaking his head. Slowly and painfully, Shilada narrated his conversation with the two sages. He expected Nandi to be scared, or even that Nandi would even start crying. However, Shilada was surprised when he saw Nandi is laughing. "You were scared of what sages said?" Shilada wondered what could be so funny and looked at his son without any expression. "Father, you have told me that you have seen Lord Shiva," Nandi said with great devotion in his eyes. "Anybody who has seen Lord Shiva cannot be afraid of what the sages just said. Father, if it is my fate to die, then Lord Shiva can reverse my fate. He is the most powerful god and can do anything. Do you think he would let anything happen to us when we worship him?" Nandi looked at his father. "I don't think so, father," Nandi said softly. Shilala looked at his son as if looking at him for the first time. Slowly, Shilada nodded his head and smiled. Nandi bowed to his father. Bless me, father. Shilada blessed his son. Be victorious, my son. Nandi then went near the river Bhuvana. He entered the river and began his penance. His devotion was so great and his concentration was so high that Lord Shiva appeared in front of him. Nandi, open your eyes, said the three eyed god tenderly, looking at Nandi. Nandi opened his eyes, and before his eyes stood the most beautiful person he had seen in his whole life. Nandi looked at the god, wanting to savor his image. He felt that he had nothing more left to ask. Instantly, a thought came to his mind: if only I could always stay with Lord. Shiva looked at Nandi. Nandi, your presence was so powerful that it dragged me here. Ask me anything, I will grant it to you, Shiva said. Lord, I wish to be with you always. The words were out of Nandi mouth before he could stop them. Shiva smiled. Nandi, I have just lost my bull on which I used to travel. Henceforth, Nandi, you shall have a face of a bull. You shall stay in my home at Kailash. You shall be the head of all my ganas, and you will be my companion, my vehicle, and my friend always. Nandi closed his eyes as tears flowed through them. The Lord had granted him his wish and a lot more. Since then, Nandi became Shiva's vehicle, doorman, his companion, and the head of Shiva's attendants, the Ganas. Thus, by sheer devotion, Nandi was not only able to overcome his fate, but he also rewrote it. I just hope you guys enjoyed this story. If you did, please do hit a like button and please do subscribe my to my channel for more videos like this. Have a great day, guys.